Alright, yo, what's going on, guys? So today we got the English release for the Digimon card game tutorial app. This just got released, I believe, yesterday on both Android and iOS as the official Bandai app. I'll have those links down in the description below, so you guys can check this out whenever you want. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I'll just be showing you guys what this app has to offer. We got multiple tutorials. When you first start, I think the first one, like tutorial 1, is the only one that'll be available. And then once you actually do the first 2 tutorials, you get to have like a free battle with the Gaia Red, Cocytus Blue, and Heaven's Yellow starter decks. And then that's kind of what we want to do, right? We just want to practice with those. So let's go ahead and get through the tutorials. And guys, if you are not subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you are interested in more Digimon content. So let's go ahead and go through these tutorials. Finally glad to have it in English, and let's learn the basics of the Digimon card game. So for all you newer players or players who just want a refresher, let's see how this game works. So first thing we're going to do is take the top 5 cards of your deck, and then the app does it for you automatically, so that's nice, and put it in your security stack. That is going to be your health. Now the first phase is the draw phase. Okay, draw 1 card of the deck. However, if you're going first, you don't actually draw on your first turn. Now for the breeding phase, this is where you either hatch a Digi-Egg, so place 1 card from your Digi-Egg face up, or move 1 level 3 or higher from the breeding area to the battle area, or you could also do nothing. Now you'll kind of see how these phases of the game work as we actually go on. So this time let's hatch a Digi-Egg. Yeah, alright. So basically what you'll need to do is just tap on this, and then we'll have a Koromon come out. So the hatched Digimon are level 2, and then you can Digivolve them into level 3 or higher by just putting the Digimon face up on top of them. So you'll go from level 2 to level 3, etc. So let's go ahead and go to the main phase. Okay, so we've gone through the draw phase already. Now this is the main phase. So you can, one thing you can do, Digivolving. Alright, so Digivolve Koromon to the breeding area. The Agumon, okay, it must be Digivolved onto a red level 2 Digimon, has a memory cost of 0. So when you are Digivolving, like I mentioned, you'll go from level 2 to level 3, right? You can't just go from like 2 to 5 or something. But the colors also have to match. In this case, you don't have to really worry about it, right? The deck actually is just all red cards. So what I'm going to do is just drag this Agumon over here. And actually, I think if you hold, if you tap and hold on the cards, you can see like the full description, right? So this is what it'll look like for the actual Digimon card game in English. So you'll see Agumon, level 3, and then here's an inheritable effect. We'll worry about those later. And then what you'll need to note here is, you know, the Digivolution, or sorry, the DP right here, and then the Digivolution cost, and then the play cost. So for right now, we're going to be Digivolving, which means, you know, you put it on top, so it's not going to actually cost us anything. And we'll get into cost and stuff later. This is the memory gauge. That's what handles like cost. And yeah, we'll worry about that a little bit later. But for now, let's just put this Agumon on top. You get a Digivolution bonus. Every time you Digivolve in this game, you get to draw 1 card. Okay, so then now what I'm going to do is play a Digimon, right? We already went over Digivolving Digimon. Now we get to play a Digimon. When playing a Digimon, you will use the play cost in the top right, as opposed to the Digivolve cost that we used earlier. So like how I mentioned, you know, you have the play cost right here, Digivolve cost was 0. Now we're going to use this play cost of 2. So play, instead of putting, you know, a 3 on top of a level 2, you just put the level 2 straight down onto the battle, or sorry, I said level 2. The level 3 is the 2 cost, straight onto the battle area. Now, Digimon that are played from your hand cannot attack the turn they are played. And this app does a nice job of going over that. You actually see like the little stars. And then your turn ends if the memory counter moves 1 or higher onto your opponent's side. So this is the memory gauge. This is how the Digimon card game works. Basically, as soon as you start the game, it'll be set to 0. And then you have X amount of actions. You can basically do as many things as you want, so long as you do not exceed your memory. And then when you do exceed your memory, it automatically goes to your opponent's turn. So you saw previously we were at 0 memory, and then I put down this Biomon for a 2 cost, and then now it is at 2 for my opponent, and immediately becomes my opponent's turn. There's no like passing turns really. Well, you can technically pass your turn. There's a big pass button here. You almost never want to do that though, because it's just not a good option. Okay, so try moving from breeding area to the battle area. So we mentioned, right, you can hatch a Digi-Egg, or you can move from this area to the battle area. So I'm going to move that. There's no memory cost, and it doesn't count as playing, so Digimon that are moved can attack that turn. Notice how there's no stars around this Agumon. You can also Digivolve in the battle area. So we Digivolved in the breeding area earlier. You can also Digivolve into the battle area. Now I got a couple level 3s here. I'm going to actually Digivolve one of them into a level 4. Right? So I have level 4. That's why I know I can do it. Level 3 to 4. And then it's going to be a 2 cost. So my memory is at 3 right now. And then it's going to go to 1 after I put down this Cordramon. So then Digivolve on top. 1. And then I draw a card. You always draw a card. Take the Cordramon. Yep, place on top of the Biomon. And Digivolution also does not count as playing, right? Playing is putting the card straight from your hand onto the battle area. Moving from the breeding area to the battle area or Digivolving from your hand is not counted as playing. So I can actually still attack if I wanted to. Alright, but that's going to do it for the first tutorial, so we are clear on that. So yeah, a very well-made app. I'm glad to finally have it in English. Looks like that's probably because the English release for the TCG is not too far away. So I'm going to actually go to tutorial 2, and then we're going to get into the fun stuff, the actual battles between the different starter decks. Okay, so tutorial 2 will be going over the basics of battle, victory conditions. I guess we haven't even talked about that yet, right? We were just introduced to a couple of different mechanics. So I mentioned the security stack earlier, right? You always have 5 at the start of a game. I think in this scenario they give us 3 for some reason. Okay, so now it's time to attack your opponent. You attack by taking one of your upright Digimon and rotating it sideways so that it's suspended. Okay, so Agumon is going to declare an attack, and then you can attack any of your opponent's suspended Digimon or like your opponent directly by attacking their security stack. You cannot attack Digimon that are unsuspended. So these guys are like face up, right? They're just like I was about to say attack position, but they're like face up in that I was about to say attack position, but yeah. So you So yeah, we're going to attack with the Agumon here. Since he doesn't have any suspended Digimon, I'm just going to attack his security stack. So what I'll do is click this Agumon and then drag to security stack. Okay, and then now what happens with damage is taken to security stack. So then, you know, I attack, and then you reveal that top card, and then when you attack the player, you perform a check on one of their security cards. And then usually if it's a Digimon, that's kind of like the exciting part. But in this case, it was an option card. And you were going to activate its security effect, not the main effect right here. There's main and security. So yep, security effect is gain 2 memory. So then gaining 2 memory from my opponent is going to go from 1 for me to 1 to him. All right. Security effects do not actually require a memory cost to activate. So that is really nice. Now it's going to go over to my opponent. So he's going to go breeding phase, main phase. He's going to security attack me. Now, here's the cool thing. I have a blocker on my field, and you'll know that it's a blocker because the card specifically says blocker. Now, if you have a blocker, when your opponent declares an attack, you can actually do what's called blocking, and by putting him sideways, by suspending him, you can basically block that attack. So if I click on Cordramon, you see it says blocker right here. So when his opponent's Digimon attack, you may suspend this card to force the opponent to attack it instead. Alright, so then I'm going to actually block. And then now, since I'm blocking, his Gomamon, this little guy building a sandcastle here, is going to attack by Cordramon. And then you compare the DP power. Okay, so you compare the DP, and the one with the lowest DP loses is deleted, okay, sent to the opponent's trash. So since his Gomamon's 3,000, my guy's 6,000, he's going to die. And now I already blocked, so my Cordramon is suspended, so I'm not going to be able to block again. So he's going to attack my security stack. And then now he actually revealed a Digimon, whereas last time when I attacked him, it was that Vulcan's Hammer option card. So now his Digimon's 4,000, mine is 3,000. Regardless, either way, my Digimon will die, but his survives because his is stronger. Now, Digimon don't activate any security effects, or sorry, any effects you know, or affected by card effects, any of that. You basically just compare the DP, unless there is a specifically designated security effect, which is maybe a little bit too complicated for this video, but regardless, that's how it goes. Now he's going to play that Zudomon straight from his hand, and that is why my memory went up to 5. I believe that was a 6 cost to play. Now let's hatch a Digi-Egg, right? I went to draw phase. I'm going to go to breeding phase. So click this Digi-Egg. Alright, so main phase. Now Coromon into Biomon, so I'm going to put down this Biomon for 0 cost, so no cost to me, and then I just get to draw a card, which is why the breeding phase is so important, and why these rookies are so good, these level 3s. So now, there's actually no, like, level limit, so I don't have to just stop at a rookie here. I could, see, I have a level 3, I have a level 4 in hand, so I could just, for a 2 cost, Digivolve on top of this Biomon. So now I'm going to draw another card. Time to try out an option card. Okay, so we've talked about Digimon a lot. Now there's another different type of card called option card. It says option right here. They have 2 effects, a main effect and a security effect. And like we saw earlier, the security effect will activate only if it is in the security stack. So I'm going to use its main effect. So let's use the Shadowing. In order to use an option card, you must have at least 1 Digimon of the same color or 1 tamer of the same color. We'll get to tamers in a little bit, in either your battle area or your breeding area. So if you have a red card here or a red card here, either one of those works, then you can activate an option card of that specific color. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. Yeah, alright. So one of my opponents gets, one of my Digimon gets plus 3000 DP. Okay, memory cost of 1. So then it's going to go to 2, and then I'm going to select this Agumon to get that boost, so now he goes to 5,000. Okay, so then with that, Agumon went up to 3,000. Once an option card is used, it goes to the trash. Okay, you can attack your opponent's suspended Digimon. Like I mentioned, you can't attack any Digimon that are upright, that are unsuspended. So since his Bearmon attacked last turn, it is suspended, and now I'm able to attack him, and then my Agumon will become suspended. So what I'm going to do is drag Agumon over here and then attack. If you attack another Digimon, as long as you aren't blocked by your opponent's Digimon, your 2 will do battle, and then you just do the same thing we've been doing, compare DPs, and the higher one will win. Alright, so then now let's go over inherited effects, is what the tutorial is telling us. So we'll see, let's click on this Greymon. This Greymon has no main effect, right? It says here effects, no effects, and you'll see because there's no black box here. However, if I go to inheritable effects, which is this bottom one, is this security attack +1. We'll get to the actual, like, what that means in a little bit, but basically inheritable effects are the effects for Digimon that are on top of them. So if I Digivolve this Greymon into a level 5 Digimon, that level 5 Digimon would gain this inherited effect. Okay, so let's go ahead and Digivolve on top. So that was going to be a 2 cost. I'll draw a card. And then now, Agumon has an inherited effect. These effects can't be activated when they're on the field as a Digimon. It can only be activated when that Digimon becomes a Digivolution card. So like I was saying, Agumon had the effect where this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP, but it didn't actually apply to him. It only applies to anything on top of him. So any level 4 or 5s or whatever. So now he gains that inherited effect. So during my turn, Greymon will gain that 1000 DP. Now, another thing to mention is all statuses and effects that apply to a certain Digimon still apply when that Digimon is Digivolved. It's considered the same Digimon. So, because that Agumon had attacked earlier and was suspended, and I Digivolved to Greymon, the Greymon itself is still suspended. It's the same Digimon, considered the same card. Okay, so then now let's go over Tamers. So, Tai Kamiya. Tamer cards have continuous effects that benefit you as long as they're in play, and Tamers actually don't have any color restrictions. You typically want to run them in the same color decks, like this is a red Tamer, I'll run it in a red deck, but you can technically play them in any deck you want. So Tai says, during your turn, all of your Digimon get plus 1000 DP, and for a play cost of 2. So I'm just going to go ahead and play this Tai right here. And it's going to cost me 2. My memory went from 0 to 2. Since it's 2 on my opponent's turn, it automatically goes to his turn. Alright, so then, yep, that'll only apply to my turn. Can't attack or block. Yeah, they're just effects. They do stack. Well, at least sometimes they do. Alright, so then his breeding phase, Gabumon's going to come out there. He's going to Digivolve into Garurumon. And then now he's going to attack. I could choose to block here. I might be forced to, actually. Let's not block. Maybe. I guess yeah, I think I have to block. So I usually wouldn't do that because the Zudomon was stronger, but yeah, let's go with block, I guess. Now I have no choice. And then he's going to attack my security stack. Is revealed a Greymon. Since the Greymon in my security was equal to his Garurumon, they both die. And then he's going to play this Grizzlymon for a 5 cost. So 0 to 5. It is my turn. Now my Digimon gain that 1000 from the tie. I draw during my draw phase. Breeding phase. I can't do anything because if there's already a Digimon in here, I can't hatch another egg. There's only able to be one Digimon in the breeding area at any given time. So what I could do, I could technically move this out, but for some reason it's just telling me to go straight to main phase. Alright, so Digivolve Greymon to Metal Greymon. So it doesn't just stop at level 4, right? I have a level 5 right here in the form of Metal Greymon. So if I click on him, Metal Greymon, no effect. He is a 7 to play and 3 to Digivolve. So you'll notice that a lot of the Digivolve costs are much lower than the play costs, which is, this game is like encouraging you to Digivolve, right? You not only get a cheaper cost, but you also get that draw every single time you Digivolve. And then he has no effect, and then he has an inheritable effect where your turn, this Digimon is blocked, gain 3 memory. Alright, so let's go ahead. We have the memory, we have 5 memories, so I'm going to spend 3 of that to Digivolve into Metal Greymon. Alright, so then I'll draw off of that. Now I use Metal Greymon to attack your opponent. Can I attack with the Zudomon, or I guess I have to, yeah, do security attack. Alright. So let's do that. And then he also gets security attack +1. That was Greymon's inheritable effect. However, my opponent's going to block, and since my attack was 9,000 and his was 6,000, his blocker is going to die. But it does save him from losing a security card. So now, for some reason, I guess they're just introducing you this pass mechanic, which is fine. If you do pass, you typically don't want to, like I mentioned. But sometimes if you absolutely have no other choice, you can pass, and your opponent's memory will automatically go to 3. Yeah, so moves to 3 no matter how much memory you had left. Okay, so draw phase, breeding phase, his egg gets hatched, and he's not going to do anything. He's just going to attack my security. I have no blockers, and then the option card is going to get revealed. He's going to Digivolve yet again into this Metal Garurumon. Now that is a level 6 Digimon. So yeah, you can see they get quite powerful, 11,000 DP. That's going to put me at 1 memory. I'm going to get that 1,000 from the tie. I'm going to draw. Breeding phase. Now I can move the Birdramon. Alright, so let's move this out. Gonna go main phase. Now use Metal Greymon to attack your opponent. Okay, so let's attack my opponent. Now he has 2 security cards left, and he does get security attack +1, which means instead of checking 1 security card, he actually checks 2. And this was due to that Greymon. Remember I went over that inheritable effect earlier. And then so I'm going to check that first card. It's going to be Nukakumon. I'm going to kill that. And then a Plesiomon. So since his guy was stronger, I actually die. And then now, okay, yeah, so a check will also end if your opponent has no security cards left. So my opponent actually doesn't have any security cards. So now what I can do is just attack him directly. And then that wins me the game. If you land an attack on your opponent when they have no security cards left, you win the game. Congratulations. Okay, awesome. Alright, so that does it for the tutorials. That is essentially how to play the game, I guess. I hope that was clear. Like I said, if you guys want to go through these maybe at a slower pace, I'll have the links down in the description. But now let's go ahead and get into the starter decks. Alright, so we were using the Gaia Red earlier, but let's go ahead and use it again. And we're going to go up against the Cocytus Blue. Alright, so let's start. Now, finally, we'll be able to just play the game. And just figure things out for ourselves, experiment with play styles and different cards. Yeah, okay, blue deck, so each color kind of has its own strategy. Blue deck has powerful effects that trash Digivolution cards. That can be good, as you saw, we had a lot of inheritable effects. Blue kind of messes around with those. And then red is all about aggressive gameplay. You really just want to boost your Digimon attack power and, you know, take out your opponent's security stack. So victory conditions, you win if you get rid of all the cards in your opponent's security stack and attack them directly. So it's not just enough to get rid of their 5 security cards. you actually have to attack them directly too. So he's going to hatch, he's going to Digivolve, that Digivolution cost was a 0, and then now he's going to Digivolve again, and that cost was a 2. It's going to go to 2 for me. So then I draw, I'm going to hatch. Alright, main phase, memory gauge, alright, yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at Coromon. I don't know if I actually showed him. So he has this inherited effect, so everything on top of him will gain this effect. So if it has 4 more Digivolution cards, it gets plus 1000, which basically means this has to be a level 6, right? So just that inherited effect. So I'm going to go ahead and Digivolve Agumon for a cost of 0. And then I get to draw a card. So then you really want to manage your memory well. I have 2 memory. You don't typically want to give your opponents too much, right? If I wanted to, I could play this Wargreymon. This is the boss monster of the deck. I could play him for 12. However, that would give my opponent 10 memory. So you could probably put down like 3-4 monsters and then, you know, just get a lot of advantage that way. So typically you'll want to Digivolve. But yeah, so Wargreymon has an awesome effect where during your turn, for every 2 Digivolution cards this Digimon has, it gains security attack +1. So if you actually manage to get, you know, 4 materials underneath him, he'll have security attack +2, meaning he'll check 3 security cards when he attacks instead of the normal 1. So I really just want to get him out. What I'm going to do is Digivolve. You know what? Let's just put down this Agumon. Actually, let's just put my opponent at 1 memory. Okay, so he's gonna have Summoning Sickness. He's not gonna be able to attack that turn. My opponent's going to attack my security stack, and then he's going to Digivolve into Weregarurumon. All right. So then it's going to go to me. All right, breeding phase. I'll bring out this Agumon. Alright, main phase. Let's go ahead, Digivolve this Birdramon for 2. Okay, 6000. I'm going to draw 1. And then let's go ahead and attack. I'm not going to attack his Wargreymon. Let's go ahead and attack his security. Vulcan's Hammer. That is unfortunate. So he's going to go ahead and start with 2 memory. So he's going to hatch, Digivolve into Gabumon, play this Mat Tamer card, and then attack my security stack. Reveals a Cordramon, his monster is stronger, so he wins the battle. Alright, and then now play Vulcan's Hammer, gain 1 memory is the main effect. He's going to go to 1. And then he's going to Digivolve into Metal Garurumon. So that is going to put me at 3. Yeah, this is... I need to deal with this. I might actually lose, which is really bad because I've been playing this game for a little bit. Okay, so main phase, let's go ahead and Digivolve Agumon. Draw 1. Okay, I don't have any level 5s in hand, which is really terrible, honestly. So I might just, like, start rushing him. So yeah, let's, security attack. Okay, what does this guy do? So this is Matt. If your opponent has a monster with no Digivolution cards, gain 1 memory. That is not applicable in this situation. Let's think about this. Okay, let's put down another Birdramon just to see what we can draw into. One of your opponents, okay, wow, okay, one of your Digimon gets plus 3000. That's not too helpful right now. What I might do, so next turn he'll be able to attack twice. He has 3 cards left. I should... Let's put down Biomon. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so leaves him with 1 memory. Actually, oh, that I'm stupid. I shouldn't have done that because now he's gonna get 2 memory with that Mat effect. So let's see. Alright, he's going to play Gabumon. He's just going to security attack me. Hopefully I reveal something good, maybe. All of your security Digimon gets plus 7,000. Okay, that would be nice if I actually had security Digimon. But, oh, and the one thing to mention is if you run into a... Okay, that's awesome. If you run into a Tamer in your security stack, you actually just get to play it for free. Okay. So you'll see I have 0 security cards. I might actually just lose. Yeah, let's bring this Bergermon out. Okay. Well, actually, no. He doesn't have... I actually just went. Okay. Alright, good. Alright, I almost made a fool of myself. But, let's see. How many security... Or, not security. How many... Can I check the Digivolution materials this has? No. Times 2, maybe? Oh, okay, okay. There we go. This has both. So what I might do for 7... Yeah. Let's go ahead and put down a Metal Greymon. And then draw, and then I'll put down War Greymon, and that'll put me at 0. Now if I run into Vulcan's Hammer, actually this was bad. I should have just attacked. Yeah. Okay, let's just go ahead and attack. So security attack. Hopefully I don't run into Vulcan's Hammer, because then I just lose. Okay. Awesome. One more card. Alright, so that took out 2 cards, 3 cards actually. And then now I'm just going to attack for a game because my opponent has no more security cards left. Alright, direct attack. Okay, awesome. So you can see that red is just a very aggressive deck. You really want to get War Greymon out and just put lots of powerful Digimon on the field to overwhelm your opponent. Okay, so that was red. Let's go ahead and play with Cocytus blue now. And, okay, cool. We're going to be able to play against yellow. So, battle start. Alright. Alright, so what's this? Yeah, so yellow will use DP reducing effects against you. Oh, I'm glad they brought this up. Another thing to mention, it's always another thing with this game. If your Digimon's DP is reduced to 0, it will actually just be deleted. It'll go straight to the trash. Okay. So yeah, yellow has a lot of DP reduction effects. They also have a lot of recovery effects, meaning they can replenish the security stack. So even if you attack their security stack, they can kind of get cards back and stall out the game that way. So he's going to put this Patamon down, and then Digivolve into Gatomon for 2. Okay, so I'll draw one. I'm going to hatch. And, alright, so let's go ahead, put down this Gabumon, draw a card. Okay, awesome. I'm looking at 2 Vulcan's Hammers right here. Alright, I don't actually, let's see what I can get off this. I don't have another champion. You typically don't just want to, like, Digivolve your blockers. Wow, okay. But, yeah, I might as well just use all of these. So, okay. That's another thing about this game, is a lot of these cards are not hard once per turn, so you'll see there's no restriction on Vulcan's Hammer. As long as I meet the requirement of having a blue Digimon somewhere on my field, I can activate this card for free. So I'm going to go ahead, go to 3, and then let's Digivolve where Garurumon. Yeah, they actually warn you, like, hey, you might not want to Digivolve your blocker, but I'm going to anyways. And then I'm just going to put down Plesiomon for 2. Alright, so that ends my turn. That was a 2 cost, so my opponent's memory goes to 2. He's going to play this TK, which that kind of sucks, actually. If I run into a level 6, my Plesiomon might just die. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring out all... Okay, yeah, so all the security gets plus 2,000. Let's bring out Plesiomon. And since it was brought out and not played, I can attack with its turn. So, yeah, let's just attack his Gatomon, actually. So, since my opponent's Digimon is rested... okay, I was like, is it not going through? Since my opponent's Digimon is rested, I can actually attack him. So, I'll do that. And then let's go ahead and put down this Ikakumon for 4, putting my opponent at 1 memory. This is kind of what's called memory choking, is if you have the opportunity, you really just want to put your opponent at 1 memory as often as possible, because it really limits their options. They can basically just do 1 action for the turn, and that'll be it. And then whereas they'll have to, you know, push back and give you more as a result. So I'm going to be put at 6, which is sweet. Let's hatch an egg, Digivolve for 0, and draw a card off of that. Yeah, why not? Let's Digivolve for 3. And draw off of that. And then, yeah, okay, so let's go ahead, attack security. So reveals his Angemon, which is 9,000 because it's Tamer card, but my 12,000 still beats that. I do get security attack +1 because I have this inherited, well, actually, I can click on this guy. I have all these inherited effects, right? So I have, while your opponent has a Digimon with no Digivolution cards, this Digimon gains security attack +1, which means when he attacks security, he checks 1 extra card. So he checks 2 cards, and then when attacking, trash the bottom Digivolution sword for one of your opponent's Digimon, but that didn't apply because he just played this straight from his hand. I might... How many? He has 3 cards. I don't need to attack here. Let's just put down Gomamon for 2. And then I will put down Grizzlymon on top of that and draw a card, leaving my opponent with 1 memory. Okay. So my opponent's going to draw... Oh, there's another thing to mention. There's actually no hand size limit, so you'll see he has like 7 cards in hand. There's not actually a limit, so I could block here. I'm not going to block because his guy is stronger, so Grizzlymon will definitely die. And then I get a Tamer for free, which is cool. He's going to Digivolve into his level 6, which is Magnadramon there for 12,000 DP. Okay, so I'm going to be put at 1 memory. I'm going to draw, Breeding Phase. Let's bring Gomamon out. He doesn't actually have any blockers, so I can just win this game. So let's go ahead and Plesiomon will attack. He will check 2 cards. Even though TK boosts his Digimon and security, it doesn't actually matter. Alright, so he has... Wait, did I not check 2? Oh, actually, no, I'm tripping. It's only when your opponent has Digimon with no sources, he does actually have a source. Alright, so let's just attack... yeah, let's just attack anyways. Okay. No reason not to. So another TK. Now, even if my Digimon die here, it's cool because he has no blockers. He only has 1 card. I have 2 attacks. So let's attack. I don't really care if anything dies because I just want to get rid of the security. Gomamon's going to die because that Unimon will be at 10,000. But I'm just going to attack anyways. Direct attack. I actually do get memory -2 because of this guy's effect, but it doesn't matter. I ended up winning anyways. And that is going to be the blue deck. So yeah, pretty interesting. Revolves around trashing your opponent's Digivolution sources. And now we finally have access to the Heavens Yellow deck. So let's play that. This is probably my favorite deck out of the 3. I just really like the yellow cards. I think they look awesome. I think the playstyle is very fun. But yeah, there's tons of different playstyles in this game. So red deck has strong security attacks, but only ones Digimon have Digivolved. So you can decrease their DP with Magna, Angemon, Seraphimon, and reduce them to 0 before they get the chance. So that's kind of what you're trying to do here. Reduce their DP to 0, and as a result, it will actually destroy them. So I'm going to go ahead and go first. Breeding Phase. So let's hatch an egg. I'm going to hatch Tokomon. Tokomon has an inherited effect where once per turn, if an opponent's Digimon is deleted by dropping to 0 DP, this Digimon gets plus 1,000. So that's nice. I only have 1 rookie in my hand, so let's go ahead and put down Patamon. Alright, Digivolution. Okay, and then... yeah, let's just put down Unimon. I suppose it's my only option. 4-2. And draw another card. Awesome, drew into a rookie. Drew into Salamon. Alright, so my opponent's going to put down that Koromon, put down an Agumon, and I really just do not want him to get that Wargreymon out, because that will be definitely detrimental. I don't really have a lot of things to stop that. Okay, so we already see Metal Greymon here. Alright, so let's see if I can do something. Another strategy could be to put a bunch of these TKs out, so even if he does attack with Wargreymon, it might die because everything will be so strong in security. Alright, so could keep this blocker. What's this guy do? So Magna Angemon, no main effect, inherited effect of when attacking one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 1,000. He doesn't have any Digimon on the battle area, so another thing, I don't know if the tutorial mentioned this either, but you cannot actually affect your opponent's Digimon in the breeding area with effects or anything. So effects like Magna Angemon or Seraphimon here, where when attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4000 DP, it doesn't actually affect anything in here. You can only do it to things in the battle area. I might want to just put this guy out anyways, because if he does put down Wargreymon, I'll be able to put him down to 8000 and attack over him. So only thing he could do to me is like put down a Terra Force. So yeah, let's go ahead. I don't care. Let's put down Magna Angemon. I will draw a card. I got Holy Flame here. This is an option card. One of your opponent's Digimon gains security attack -3, so it checks 3 fewer security cards. So for most instances, it will just prevent them from attacking your security at all. So that is cool. That might be a last-ditch effort. I don't know if I want to give him 4 memory, but at the same time, I do want to establish my Mega. So let's go ahead, yeah, just for the sake of this video, I guess. So let's put down Seraphimon. And that's going to put my opponent to 4. Okay, drew a Heaven's Charm as well. They actually warned me there of like, hey, you should probably not be giving your opponent too much memory. So, oh, okay. Alright, no Wargreymon. We're cool. He's going to put down Phoenixmon. 13,000 because of the inherited effect. And then he's going to gain another 1,000 from that Tai Tamer card. He's at 14k. Which is quite unfortunate. Basically nothing in my deck is strong enough to stop that. So let's go ahead, draw, breeding phase, hatch an egg. Alright, so yeah, let's just put down Salamon. Draw a card. So then if I, okay, so let's see. I could attack, it's not going to be reduced to 0, so he will lose 5,000 actually, 4,000 from here, 1,000 from here. So I will put him at 7. Yeah, so I don't actually need to do anything else. One thing to note about a lot of these Tamer cards and inherited effects are always during your turn, so for my opponent, it's not actually going to be activated during my turn, so he's just going to be his normal 12,000. So yeah, let's go ahead and attack, and then my effects are going to activate. Minus 1,000 here, and then minus 4,000 from the Seraphimon. So then you put him at 7,000, and I'm going to run over his Phoenixmon. And still with 3 memory, so that is good. I might play a couple TKs here. I do want to have a blocker for next turn. I could... Actually, you know what? Let's put down... Yeah, let's put down Salamon for 2. And then let's put down Unimon for 2. On top of the Digivolve. And then, awesome, I have a rookie for turn, the following turn. Okay, so now he has no Digimon on field, so I think I'm in a pretty good position. He's going to put down the Agumon, or Biomon, I suppose. Then Bergermon. Okay, so yeah, I basically have this one. Alright, so breeding phase. Excuse me. So let's go ahead, yeah, move that Salamon. I only have 1 memory, but it's not, like, it's all cool. Alright, so let's attack security. That might be problematic, but I did basically get a free security attack, and he still has 4 cards. Let's see. I don't want to get rid of Unimon, probably. I could just attack with the Salamon. Yeah, actually, yeah, let's attack with Salamon, because if he brings out his Bergermon next turn and tries to attack, I can always block. I mean, if it survives somehow. Yeah, alright, well, that's fine, actually, because that takes care of the Wargreymon. I might have actually ran over it in battle with the Seraphimon, and Seraphimon would have died. So that's fine. Let's just go ahead and play this TK. 4-2. Okay, so all of his Digimon will get plus 2,000. Okay, well, I guess, yeah, I probably wouldn't have blocked anyways, because his Bergermon would be a 7. Alright, main phase. He's going to attack my security. I'm not going to block. That's cool. Yep, you killed my Patamon there. And then put down Metal Greymon. Alright, so now I definitely, like, if he if he attacks with something, like if he puts down a War Greymon, I definitely don't want to block, because Metal Greymon has an inherited effect where if you do block it, he gets 3 memory, and that's not good. Okay, so let's put down this Patamon to get some draws. And also, if you are playing on this app, just be aware that you can actually, it's pretty easy to deck out. And if you deck out, you do lose. So just, yeah, something to be aware of. Alright, now I have a Mega, so I might want to, it might be cool to go Magnadramon. Well, Magnangemon, then Magnadramon on top of him. But, okay, actually, I don't know why he attacked. Because now I can just kill him. Let's do that. Can I, wait, hold on. Can I do anything? As far as DP reduction, minus 2,000. So I can yeah, actually, definitely, do I gain memory with Patamon? Okay, I do. So I could, play that Heaven's Charm for 2, and then attack him, reduce, yeah, let's do that, might as well. Okay, so Heaven's Charm, I think actually play it over here, yeah. So Heaven's Charm, he'll get minus 2,000. And just to show you guys the DP reduction mechanics, so then I'm going to attack his security. You might be like, oh wait, dude, why are you attacking security? And it's because I'm going to have these effects from my Magnangemon and my Seraphimon to reduce his DP all the way to 0, and he's going to die. And I will actually gain a memory and gain 1,000 attack because of that Tokomon. So now my memory goes to 1, and then I still get to check a security card. So that was awesome. I got to, as opposed to just attacking his Metal Greymon straight up, I got to take a security card and get rid of him at only a 1 memory cost total, because I was at 2 earlier. And then now let me, I guess, yeah, I could just, I could just put this down. Alright, breeding phase. So we're going to see a Koromon hatched. Agumon on top. And then Bergemon on top. Okay, so he has 2 security. I literally just won. So let's go ahead and... not going to skip to main phase. Let's move Gatomon out. Let's go ahead, attack directly. I guess not directly. Attack his security stack with the Seraphimon. I don't even care about Digivolving here, because I can just win. Unless I run into something like a Terraforce or, you know, something crazy. But nope. So I'm just going to direct attack and take this game. Alright, and that was the Heaven's Yellow starter deck. So yeah, that's essentially what this app boils down to. You can replay these as much as you want, and you know, just test out which deck is your favorite, and all that stuff. But yeah, if you did enjoy, guys, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Look forward to more Digimon content.